Right. And what he said, this is such and such and be like, you know what, no, this is not, let's just put it like this. So, you know what, this guy is Mulvaney, Anderson Cooper, it's a little bit, it's bleaching report. It's a bleaching total bleaching report. And you put a correlation on it, because like you say, oh, we have on joint. Oh, it's me. It's not just me. Did I just not learn that? Did I not told this in the from the beginning? Like, it's just a chat from Spotify, whatever weird app you roll with. You know what I mean? And so, and it's pretty bad. It's like broken up, but claiming to be kind of fast. I mean, it's a problem, okay? Everybody's like that. That's why I pick cars and everybody's something to celebrate. Be like, man. I lay myself voice talking about this, and like, and I never be on be there. I'm talking about incriminating. Like, what do you want to hear? And my dogs are kind of fed up with this stuff. My dogs are kind of like sensitive, such and such. And dogs have animal instinct. Like, look, I'm being lied to, and stuff like that, and to the point where they're shedding hair on hair, paws, joints messed up. I'm like, okay, so there's proof? I mean, it's that right there. I said I barely take a shower once a month. There's your proof right there. If I can barely, appreciate the things I got, there's your proof right there. If I can sit up here and lose my breath by the time I walk from here to the stall, there's your proof right there. I mean, how was that? I mean, what is that? What?
I do want to ask.
What is that? I just think to defend myself, man. Everybody's just saying the same thing about me. Those are other forums. They were hide behind these other forms of cerebral symbolism. Well, you know what they're talking about. And stuff like that. And they're just like, like it's all buttery and stuff, like it's all, all Disneyland and stuff. And like, it's just like the so-called Dean Cain, you know what I mean? And I don't care about this everything, okay? Because you take that guy and you say, look, it's and then you say, look, anyway, it's all around hate. It's all around hate. So, when there's a police report, like what you guys said earlier, and so and what I was saying earlier, but it's too late, whatever. And so, given that, and so, yeah, ships alone, I'm like, yeah, that's fine, you know what I mean, because you're alright. You know what I mean, I'm like, because, like, man, you just turn up, I'm like, still kind of like, overrated life, man. I mean, Russian aggression is like, it's overrated life. You know what I'm saying? It's overrated and stuff like that. It's like, it's to be in an environment where it's like, to be like, where it's like, oh, it is negativity, and it's like, oh, but so they yank you back in and say, oh, but you're sanctuary for such as you lost your eyes and stuff like that. I was like, well, what kind of, what are the kickbacks, and then you can't even say that word. It's like, hey, for example, you know what I mean?
Thank you, John.
It's appalling.
Just based on what you know about how this White House works and what Mick Mulvaney's role is.
I know, let's do it. Okay, it's just like not enough anymore, you know what I mean? It's almost like, kind of like I need to just sit down for a little while. It's good, it works. But, I'm like, and then so, But the other stuff, the little thing, the little timeouts that you don't have and stuff like that, the 15s that you don't have, and then okay, and then we go back to the square root and be like, oh, would you lie and stuff like that, and stuff like that. And oh, you're ran as you and stuff like that. We ran as you, we ran me, you ran me, and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what? I mean, how you all that against me? Isn't it? It doesn't have to have statute of limitations on it. That's not even a crime. You know what I mean? It's not a crime on the statute on it. It's basically saying, hey, dude, you know what? I don't know. And they say, oh, I'm lying. Oh, I guess I was lying. Oh, okay, well, it's not a crime. It's statute of limitations on it. What's that? Freedom talk like that? It's all little cities. I don't. It must have been tweeting me like, weekend. Now you know, yeah, weekend. You know, nothing. Why was this? You know, I mean, it's like this or such. I claim people I guess are better and stuff like that. I don't even know. My back's starting to hurt just thinking about it. I'm not the one to say like what you should do, but the justices, no, the processes you give really don't add up. You know what I'm saying? Football and stuff. I mean, like, oh, we have forums on it, on top of things, and blind.
Yes, this all happened.
Things and stuff. And like, what is that? Yeah, it's all because it's all signed in the apostolic. It's an apostolic time you read it, schedule everything you do. And we're like, so what? So why is it not the going question? This grandiose thing, suspicious, dangerous way to what do you call it? Go about being in this area and stuff like that. And so, whether you're introvert or not, you know, whether you're introvert or not, people are entitled maybe to live in the hills and be like, you know what? The backyard and stuff like that, and maybe go down to the market when they want to sit at the court or whatever, and stuff like that. I'm sure people don't live like this, you know what I mean? I'm sure there's not someone like someone calling power lives in this kind of environment and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not what you just saw in the United States, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, you know, I'm angry because you're doing it. So because you're angry, that's supposed to compensate me for the losses I take and stuff like that. Because you're angry, that's still two separate equations, if you will. So it's still two equations. Because I don't care if you're angry or not. I can care less. But if I'm not compensated for this has still nothing to do with me. But for the way between us and stuff like that, then that's where our interests are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about them. And so that just doesn't seem right way to me, because then people go up to the hills and stuff. Rick Rubens go up to the hills and stuff, and or whoever, right? And they're like, to get the cereals and stuff at the markets and have their fix, and you know. And I'm sure, you know, the people that kind of part is that similar is losing this old 277 gram. And like, oh, I'm taking it for granted. I mean, it's kind of like a slap of face. It's like, yeah, I mean, it just wears it out. You know what I mean? And like, I'm sure now. So, so yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's because something in the weather because of all sorry hallucinations and stuff like that. So, yeah, you're having Romneys out there and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, with me, and it's a chance to ride on you and steal. And it's like, oh, the applesauce, and it's Spotify, there's the fragging until you get to the truth, the inclination of truth. And still not satisfied. And sexual greed, you talking about so one-sided. You say, if you say you want something, you say, what do you call it? You say you're greed. And go ahead and accept how hungry you are. You know what I mean? And that's what we did that. That's saying it lightly. That's like an understatement. I mean, and that still doesn't know justice to what we call it. It just still has no validity and like equivalence in general. So it's just a downright heinous crime. It's just downright heinous crime. And so it's like, you know, Because, and so you, in fact,
Go have a judge.
you're not even acceptable citizens, really. And if you are, you're not even acceptable occupancy in the United States.
Dangling that.
And something like that. And, you know, and this is the kaleidoscope that I'm in. And I'm like, oh, hey, everyone's not looking, you know what I mean? And my dog looks at it and everything.
Probably does exist.
And we try to make something out of it, and I'm like,
National Security Advisor and Chief of Staff.
and we get ships on the TV, and I'm like, yeah,
Very
but,
knowledgeable about these
I can't even say that because you incriminate yourself. But you try to say, okay, you hold on to something and be like, okay, you know what, this is so you don't want to ruin it, okay? And so, but at the same time, you're like, maybe it's to take it out, maybe it's to take it to a better place, and take it to a better future and stuff like that. People are getting younger, you know what I mean? So, I told radical change. I mean, well, I was talking about the thing, you're getting younger, man. And it's really a sad story, you know what I mean? If you think about it, and it's like, humanity, if you like claim to be a human and stuff like that, and I just can't bring myself to think in that way. Be like, and be like, I only reason I say that is because I said it was because of the juxtaposition. That's the juxtaposition of it.
I think that again, to go back to the
Ships
video,
alone. Essentially, I'm like, it should be better. This is not an accurate reflection in America. So.
Stand by. Much more to discuss. We have President Trump's reaction to this steady drumbeat.